Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast with Dylan and Akram. We are back for another diabolical review of episode 4 of The Boys, The Glorious 5-Year Plan. I love this episode. I love where this series is going so far. Definitely has the same like funny and like cringy moments from that you'd expect from The Boys. But episode 4 definitely had a lot of surprises and oh shit moments. But Akram, tell me what you thought of this episode.
I thought it was truly a really dark episode, and upon all the other characters, like the boys cast itself, I feel like they went through a lot of dark notions this episode. And it also shows you like the true colors of like how humans will behave if they have superhuman strength and whatnot. So I felt like this show was really like a great commentary. In of itself, honestly, and I can't wait to see like what will happen next episode. I'm so mad that we have to wait each week too. It feels like so forever, man. I wish they released it all. But yeah, without further ado, tell us what you think.
I agree. Also, like this episode definitely showed like everybody's like true agenda in a way. Like we weren't sure. Like we had expectations or we thought we understood a lot of these characters, but now we can see like they're definitely transforming. Even Butcher, like how we expect him to be the good guy at the end of the day, he's kind of, in a way, he's almost becoming like Homelander, like the way like the things he's willing to go in order to kill the Supes. I think the one thing that just stood out to me was the fucking the A train protest.
That was the most funniest and also like realistic like ad that we'll see. Yeah, that's so stupid. Oh my god.
This is like, I love The Boys just because like they take, like we've talked about this, like it's such a social commentary, right? And obviously that was inspired by the Kendall Jenner like Pepsi commercial, but it's like, I don't know, like the A train, like he has good intentions, he has like redeeming qualities at the moment, and then like as we saw at the end of the episode, like he's just like, he's always an asshole, right? The A stands for asshole, like
That was so funny. That was so relevant.
But I didn't expect, because he mentioned the Deep was the one that got the flight video. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, and that's the cool thing too. There was so much revealed, like how people will behave again if they're Supes, and also like the Seven, like everyone's like really afraid of Homelander. They really want to take him down. That was so revealing. I love that. I love hearing that because now I'm worried for the Deep and also A Train.
Fear. It's kind of like everybody's afraid of Homelander, right? But everybody is dealing with it in different ways. Like Maeve, obviously, like we saw, like she's training for this big fight getting ready to happen. A Train, he kind of wants this like stay on Homelander's good side, so he's ratting people out and shit. Deep's a fucking like kiss ass. And Starlight was trying to recruit other people, to fight Homelander. But tell me what you thought of Victoria Newman's betrayal, because that was a big fucking reveal in this episode. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest, because I mean, I kind of did expect it, because like Stan Edgar, he's always been like the devil in disguise, like Homelander. Yeah, he's an asshole, but like Stan Edgar, he's like the puppet master behind the curtain, right? He's like manipulating everything, and like even like Homelander to some degree like is like scared of him too. So tell me what you thought of like that Congress scene.
Yeah, that was a complete shock to me because I really wanted to see like what would happen, but I did expect Homelander to kind of intervene when he figured out that she was gonna like speak out on him. And I also think it gives a little commentary, because I do consider Compound V to be a lot like a poison or a drug. Because Victoria's like trying to do anything she can to save her daughter, which I completely understand that. And I always wonder what were the intentions of Stan to get the superhuman girl to raise her, probably as protection, right? First and foremost. So why I consider Compound V to be like heroin is that it affects everybody. It affects the family. And, in this universe of The Boys, obviously she wanted some Compound V to defend her daughter. So it's kind of like a blackmail, like you give me this, I'll give you that. And so it's a really sickening and toxic thing. And I think this episode really revealed a lot of like, once you have the V in your blood, you become this whole different person. Even if you're good, it's not like the Captain America serum where it's like, it'll show like your true dark side, or if you're good, you'll be good. Everybody like just ends up being poisoned by this thing, and they ended up acting like for selfish reasons. Because obviously she didn't defend her adoptive father. She wanted to protect the daughter, which rightfully so. But also, like, she's going to affect her daughter now to keep her strong, right? It's such a thing where like it's so addicting and it spreads, and so I really feel like Compound P is a poison. Instead of poison, a poison. And yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I was really shocked though. I really wanted to see like something happen where like she fights Homelander, like trying to pop his head off or something like later
Well, that's
on.
why I was confused because she was so worried about
Yeah,
protecting her daughter, but like you could literally blow his fucking head off. That's
maybe.
not maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's possible. So I mean, that's a big fucking like trump card over
Mm-hmm.
Homelander in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just thought that was so interesting because like it's like Stan said like he never let anything happen to Victoria, right? Which we know is about as truthful as anything Amber Heard's ever said. But but yeah, like it's funny like she is his daughter in a way, like his like he even said like he taught her to play all sides, right? So
Right.
it's like in that moment he's more proud of her than he's ever been of Homelander, right?
Mm.
So I just thought that
Mhm.
was really interesting. But yeah, like Stan said, like now that Homelander's in charge, if he fucks up, right, there's nobody to cover from, right? So he's really gonna be in deep shit. And I feel like now that he killed Supersonic, I feel like people are gonna be asking questions now, like what happened, especially because he just got into the seven, and I feel like that's gonna be like some fucking like that's the sting. Maybe Starlight will start something with that, and then it'll just be like this big investigation into like Homelander, right?
Well, I think because there was a deleted scene from The Boys season 1 where they actually recovered Translucent's like exploded body parts, and again they cover it up. Like I'm just thinking like now it's a double-sided coin because like now he has the stress of like being more careful, which is actually a really dangerous thing because now he's gonna do things like really secretly, and he's gonna like probably take out a lot of people secretly.
And you know how impulsive he is too. So
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
fucking like even annoy him, he's gonna go off.
And that was a rooftop. So like imagine like if he really wanted to kill Maeve or something, he'll just probably take her to space or like take her to like a desert or something like that in the Sahara or
That's why I got
whatever.
worried when he said like, "Oh, let me fly you, Starlight." I thought he was gonna like drop her or some shit.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause she
I
can't
thought
fly, so
yeah, I thought maybe she like that was gonna be like a new power like thing she was gonna discover like how to float
Mhm.
or so I don't know, something stupid like that. Yeah, that shocked me, Supersonic, man. I was like, oh no. I wanted to see his powers too. I was so disappointed.
I still laugh when he gave him the taco. That
Oh
was
yeah.
like
I
the
don't even
most
speak
racist
Spanish.
shit.
He's
It's so
like,
funny because like he's such a dick, but it's like it's still funny in a way because he does it so casually.
I know. Oh my god.
Like let me welcome like make you feel at home, and then brings out the taco.
I know, that was so funny.
um, but we definitely gotta talk about this scene because this was definitely the oh shit moment for me. Kimiko's little
Oh yeah.
little dance scene there.
Iconic for sure. That's the first time we ever seen her dolled up too. It was like I felt like
I
that was
know.
such like a nice moment for her, like in a little way. And it got spoiled, unfortunately.
They keep finding like this show has like, in my opinion, the most creative ways to kill people.
It's like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's like well, first the dildos and then like the
Yeah.
fucking hamster and the eyeball.
Right, I know. Oh, that hamster's so cute. I hope they keep it,
I know.
man.
Jamie,
Yeah,
Jamie,
I know.
you're the goat. But yeah, I love that scene. It was just like it took me by surprise because I was like, oh, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna just snap the dude's neck? But she literally fucks him to death
Yeah, I know.
with the dildo.
That was such a shocking scene, but again, it really revealed that all soups can be like monsters, and I feel so bad for Kimiko here. You know, she's starting to realize like how she appears to the public eye, or like not to the public eye, but like to people in general. Because like how can you? She's dolled up, but she's still like this monster, right? So how do you get away from that? From your actions, basically, she's a gun. As Butcher said, you'll be whatever I want you to be. It was really
I feel
unfortunate.
Yeah, and I feel like she was looking at a mirror, like when she saw those like those
Yeah,
poor girls, because she was trafficked, right? Like by
right.
that whatever that shining light
Yeah.
army, whatever it was. So I think like I have a feeling either her or Frenchie are gonna die this season. I don't know because they
I don't
set up
think
that little
so. No
scene
way.
where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Marseille after this job, right?" Like you don't set that up unless something fatal because she did get like she's not healing at the end of this episode. So I don't
Yeah.
know if like maybe she'll be out for the season and then she'll come back. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't just like inject her with the temp V because maybe that could like boost her healing powers or some shit.
Maybe they will. Maybe it'll be a thing where like they inject her, but now she is like this ravenous monster, as we
Mhm.
seen her in the first season to be, and then she'll probably like go wild. I always consider her to be like kind of like the Wolverine of the boys a little bit. Yeah, maybe. Oh, who knows? Maybe she'll have like Wolverine powers or whatever. I don't think they'll die. I think that this was the moment anyway. I think that when she completely is not healing, I think that this was the moment where it's like that. Oh shit! And I do think she'll
Mhm.
probably stay in a coma. Yeah, but well, tell us what you thought about that whole Russian scene and that reveal that we seen. I thought that was such a fun scene though, because we seen some superpowers at play from some unexpected characters. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so the boys are basically they're like Butcher said they're looking for this weapon that they think can kill Homelander. So they infiltrate this Russian base, and then there's like a big shootout with the guards and stuff. And then when they're pinned down, Butcher he pulls out the last resort, right?
Right.
The temp V, and he's fucking he's it's so funny because he's got Homelander's powers, right? So it's like he's a foil now for
Right.
it's like he's slowly becoming Homelander in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like when you're in a war and you're so desperate that you have to adopt the other side's like tactics, like in a way. Like that's basically war, right? It's like you have
Mm-hmm.
to adapt and you have to like just like when you look at like history, like we have to like we had nukes, so the Russians had nukes, right? So it's like you kind of have to you know balance the scale of power, right? So he's using the V, so now he has the Homelander's powers and shit. But then just when MM was about to die, fucking Huey uh fuck is so fast he is butt naked right in front of MM, which I thought was so funny because like A Train like killed Robin with like super speed, so now he has
Yeah.
super speed. I actually don't know if that was like teleportation or like he was just really fast.
But you know what though? Like I thought it was teleportation, but you might be onto. Well, yeah. If it's teleportation, that's a different story because it could kind of be still similar to A Train. But that's so funny that you mentioned that because like Huey hates A Train for what he did, and also like Butcher hates
Butcher hates
Homelander.
Homelander. Yeah,
So
it's
that
so
and then
poetic.
basically Butcher and Huey are kind of like brothers.
Mhm.
So I find that actually it's such like a parallel. You know what I mean? That's why I think this season's really like fight fire or fire. That's the whole season basically. And I feel like this is gonna be a really toxic season for like
Mhm.
shit to come later on. It's gonna be really wild.
Yeah, I agree. And that was so that's I definitely agree with what you said, like how the temp V is kind of like this like metaphor for like, addictive drugs, right? Because we see
Hmm.
Huey, he's like
Yeah, like he's
looking at his
happy.
arm
Yeah,
like out the
yeah,
window. So like
yeah.
in that moment, like, they're supposed to be helping Kimiko, but he's so like he's so drawn to the power now because he said like when he was facing down Homelander, he felt like he was being bullied again, right? So now he has the ability, like Butcher, to fight back, and now I think that power is gonna go to his head a lot.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I wonder if now Huey will kind of steal some more a little bit later or force like Butcher to like give him like a vial or something. And I wonder how he's going to treat Starlight. That's what I'm wondering. I want to see like what's the dynamic now. And I also
Mhm.
want to see what's the dynamic, like how will he treat other people? Will he be this kind of like bully character? Like that's a really huge change for Jack Quaid, like just in his acting. I can't wait to see how he'll perform. Because we always see this very naive and like kind of geeky guy, but let's see actually a toxic like bully. I think that's gonna be really
It's gonna be
interesting.
Bully Maguire.
Bully McGuire.
I
Gonna
feel like
cry.
you become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Yeah, I know. You're my brother, Huey.
But yeah, now that Homelander blackmailed or not blackmailed, like he threatened Starlight. Do you think
Yeah.
like she's gonna avoid him at all costs now,
I think that
just to
Starlight and
protect him?
I said that from the beginning, and I'm still saying it. I feel like Starlight is such a strong female character, and I think that with anything that happens to her, and she learned that from her mom, she had to put up with so much, right? We've seen her with her closed fist. I think now she's going to act better. And it's gonna be really sad to see her go through that, but I think like she just has to hold it all in. And just wait for Huey or the boys to find a different option. So unfortunately, like her only option really is just to behave the way Homelander wants her to. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then of course we gotta talk about the biggest reveal of this episode was
Mhm.
Jensen Ackles is alive. That made me think so much of like Winter Soldier,
I
like
know.
seeing him in the pod, like the Russian
Yeah.
pod. So, what do you think? Do you think he's gonna be on the boys' side? Do you think he's gonna join the seven?
You know, the soups have a bad name here. Honestly, they all like are dicks basically. I don't know. I must say I did like the little intro of him singing though. That was like the most notable standout
I
for
thought he
me.
was gonna like sing like "Crank That" from Soldier Boy,
Cranked. Yeah, I know.
like you.
But I don't think he'll be on the boys' side per se. I think we're gonna because we did see some trailer footage of like him in front of a building with like this like prison suit or something like that. I think he's definitely gonna go back to America somehow by himself, and I think it like for now we'll see like moments of rediscovery. But perhaps there's a shining light to that. Perhaps he'll realize that he has to change his ways. We do see like Soldier Boy. I feel like can be a really important character, not so much in the comics, but like here he could be really important because also in the comics, Homelander and Soldier Boy actually sleep with each other during
Yeah,
Herogasm,
they
and that
said they're
won't
not
happen.
gonna include that
Yeah,
though. Yeah.
but I'm wondering with that new blast thing that he did to Kimiko, I'm like wondering that he's probably is the weapon. Everyone like has like this thing where like they're all kind of weapons. Like Kimiko obviously is a gun apparently. I think that he's gonna like rediscover himself and realize that he's done like a lot of bad shit and he lost like years of his life. So how do you deal with that? I wonder his reactions towards gunpowder if he actually cared, like knowing that he's dead. Um, I think it's a very complex thing, and I can't wait for Jensen Ackles to like perform the shit out of Soldier Boy because like it's so toxic, but at the same time too, it could be like redeeming.
Mhm.
So we'll see. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't wait there because like Jensen always plays like these very dark characters. Right? He's voiced Red Hood in the
Hmm.
past, so I think it'll be really interesting. I wonder if it's gonna be like you said, like a lamplighter situation where like
Yeah.
he realizes how fucked up shit is, so he kind of like has to make this sacrifice at the end. But I just want to know like what his like reaction is to like being gone for so long and then like seeing like Homelander's like the new face of the
Hmm.
soups now. Is that gonna make him like jealous in a way? Not being like America's like poster boy now. And then maybe that's why he joins the boys or something. Or if
Yeah.
he's like I said, like gonna try and join the seven and then I don't know. Who knows? I think his character could be really interesting. It'll definitely be like I feel like he's gonna be the well, he is the weapon, right? Basically, like you said, he has that supersonic blast thing. So maybe he's the key to winning, this war between Homeland and Butcher, right? Whoever has Soldier Boy on their side, it'll change the tides of this war. But yeah, great episode, man. I fucking love the boys to death. They already announced season 4 is greenlighted. I can't fucking wait, man. But any predictions for episode 5?
I think we're gonna see Soldier Boy again go back to America. I think that Vought will discover Soldier Boy and kind of try to bring him in, and it's gonna be interesting to see Homelander's reaction, like you said, and also like maybe they want to reintroduce Soldier Boy into the Seven since Supersonic now is gone. So I think that leaves an open slot for Soldier Boy to join, and I can't wait to see like that dynamic of like Homelander and Soldier Boy, two of America's faces, like clash.
Mhm.
And I hope Kimiko's okay. I got a feeling she's gonna stay in a coma for a little while. And I also think that Huey, uh, he's gonna kind of like become like this darker character, and I'm all for it. I can't wait to see how he's going to be. And I also think maybe since the little Pepsi commercial for A Train didn't work, maybe he'll try Mountain Dew. But you tell us your thoughts. What do you think for next episode?
Or like Red Bull or some shit.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you wings. No, those are some good points. I think definitely it's gonna be similar for both Team Butcher and Team Homelander. Because there's a lot of mistrust right now for both of them, right? Like MM, like I love that little heart to heart that like MM and Butcher had, but now like Butcher fucked it up right now that he's taken the Compound V's shit. So and plus like Frenchie it's probably like if Kimiko doesn't make it out, I feel like Frenchie's gonna be like, "Fuck you, like I'm out," right? And then Huey, I mean, he's taking the V too, so there's gonna be a lot of mistrust, and especially like with the seven, like obviously like Maeve and Starler, they're definitely gonna be like under Homelander's radar because he knows now that they've been plotting against him. A Train's probably gonna be like a snitch and and like
Yeah.
rat everybody out. That's so interesting though what you said. Like I feel like now that Supersonic's gone, there could be an open slot for Soldier Boy to come back.
Mm.
But a lot of more crazy shit, I feel like is gonna happen in the next episode. But I can't wait. Guys, thank you again for watching or listening to this review of episode 4. If you haven't watched our other episode reviews out, 1, 2, 3 already out. And just stay tuned. We'll be trying to post every Friday for our reviews. And also, we have Miss Marvel and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan will be ending in 2 weeks, I believe. So definitely check our other reviews out if you haven't already. And we have Jurassic World Dominion coming out this weekend, and we'll be doing a review for that. So thank you guys again. Until then, thank you for having lunch with us.
See you guys.